delicious Twix thumbprint cookies.
Let's see what's cooking. Let's get the facts. Let's see what's cooking. It's time for Yo-Yo Max 12.
Hello everyone, starting off with 1 cup of butter that's at room temperature in a large bowl. Add to that 1 1/2 cups of white granulated sugar, and we're going to cream those things together until they are light and fluffy. Now we're going to add in 1 egg and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then just blend that together. And then finally you're going to blend in 2 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour. I blended it in about 1 cup at a time until it was all combined, and you'll end up with something that's a fairly stiff dough. And what I did is I just brought it all together, making sure all the flour was in there. It's just by using my hands towards the end. And once your dough is ready, you don't have to chill it or anything like that. You just need to scoop it and put it on a cookie sheet. So I use a cookie scoop that I have, just so that I get equal sized cookies. And then you're going to roll that into a ball. Then you're going to place them on a cookie sheet that's covered with a silicone mat, parchment paper, or that's been greased. Put them about 2 inches apart, and then you're going to make an indentation in the middle of the cookie ball. Now you can use your thumb, because that's why they're called thumbprint cookies. I'm using the one of the ends of a melon baller. It makes a nice little round indentation. And then I actually press a little bit more with the finger just to make it nice and deep. Make sure you don't go through the bottom of the cookie. Then you're going to bake these at 350 degrees for about 15 minutes or so until they are light brown on the bottom. As soon as they come out of the oven, use something like the end of a wooden spoon just to tamp down another little dent in the bottom of the cookies. You want to make sure that you have enough space to add caramel and chocolate. Just be careful when you're tamping that you don't go all the way through the cookie and crack the cookie. And then you're going to let them cool. Now for the caramel, this is about 25 caramels that I've unwrapped. I'm going to add a tablespoon and a half of water. Put this in the microwave for about 1 minute to 1 minute and 30 seconds until it gets very hot, and then just give it a stir. Keep stirring until you get a nice smooth caramel. Now if you got lots of big pieces that won't melt, put it back in the microwave for 10 seconds at a time until it's hot enough. And then you're going to put a little dollop of caramel into each of the cookies. Now you'll notice there's almost like 2 indentations, a 2-stage indentation. There's a deep one, and then there's a shallower one that you can see like a crater in there. So we're going to fill in the deeper indentation with caramel. And once that's done, you're going to put this in the refrigerator. Just chill it until the caramel is set, so when you touch it, it doesn't stick to your fingers. And then when you're done, you can melt some chocolate. I use semi-sweet chocolate. You can use milk chocolate if you'd like. Melt it, and then you're going to cover the caramel with the chocolate. Now this is where that secondary indentation comes into play. So you've got the caramel, and then you're going to fill up the rest of that indentation with that chocolate. Here's a close-up of one where you can see the caramel's filling the deep portion, and then the chocolate's going to fill in the rest of it. And then just put these in the refrigerator and just let them sit there until the chocolate is solidified. And then if you'd like, you can drizzle on additional chocolate. I just put some melted chocolate in a Ziploc bag with a very small hole cut out. And there are your cookies. These are delicious. Do they taste exactly like a Twix bar? Not really, but it has all the elements of a Twix bar. You have a crunchy cookie, gooey, smooth caramel, and chocolate. And here's one cut in half, and you can see all the different layers. Now that caramel, although it's firm, it doesn't get super hard, so it's actually a very pleasant cookie to eat. Hope you give this one a try. I have another very similar recipe on my channel. It's called Millionaire's Shortbread, and it's kind of like these cookies, but in a bar form. And they're a lot easier to make because you don't have to fuss with making balls and indentations and all that kind of stuff. You just put them in a pan. So if you're interested, go check it out. Thanks for watching.